everybody, Clint Crowe, Century 21 Crowe Realty, back with you to almost finish up on our second to last core value. This is number 5. And this core value I think is really important, and I think it's at number 5 now, but honestly over the years as we've gone on, I think it probably could moved up a couple in importance because we're not as good at this anymore as we used to be, I think. But this one is seek first to understand, then to be understood. And it has to do with listening to what somebody else is telling you and about how to converse with people. And not just in the real estate business, it's obviously very important here. It's important for us to listen to what our clients are saying, to listen to what their needs are, to understand what they need and what they're looking for in a transaction before we try to get them to understand where we're coming from. We really need to understand their needs and wants first. Critically important, but just in conversing in general with people nowadays. Obviously in my other role with the legislature and politics now, it's very hard to get folks to listen to what you're trying to explain to them or to get across a point to anybody when you don't try to listen to what they're trying to tell you first. And so I think it's critically important that we listen. We need to try to understand the person we're conversing with first before we try to make them understand where we're coming from. And there's a quote by Dr. Stephen Covey that I think illustrates this perfectly. This was one of his principles, in fact, anyway. And that quote says, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply." Simply, folks they're not listening to the words somebody else is telling them. They're not listening, trying to glean meaning from what they're saying to them. They're simply listening for, waiting for a pause in that person speaking so they can get in what they're going to say. We need to quit trying to listen for our break so we can interject our thoughts into them and really try to listen to what that person's saying. And I think it'll help with our communications, not only in the real estate business, but maybe at home and in our lives overall. Take care.